Hello YouTube and welcome back to City Skylines and the city or the area of Afonford, which, compared to what you saw last episode, looks rather different. Now, there is an explanation for this and I'll be explaining that very shortly, but today we're going to be focusing once again on the city. After I've done my explanation, we're going to be focusing once again on the city and we're going to create a new residential area, probably sort of right in the, if I was to move things along, coming up towards the center of your screen. That area there I think is a perfect spot for a new residential development, some housing development of some sort, and instead of just getting it to grow naturally using the the different RCI zoning, we're going to do this manually using the Find It tool. So this ought to be pretty fun, and I think that's how I'm going to sort of put the series forward from now on. Should be interesting. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the first thing you're going to notice is that we've got all of these. In fact, I suppose I can't actually move around with that on, can I? Can I do something here? Cinematic camera. No, that's the move it tool. Nope, can't do anything that I wanted to do. Wait, cinematic camera extended. Okay, I've got a mod conflict there. We've got villages over here. We've got no trees. All the trees are gone. But we've got a village there, we've got a bunch of roads and what looks like borders for farmland, and indeed that is borders for farmland. These trees are still here because I put these trees in myself. That was probably a bad idea. Now I'm going to have to try and do this, but I'm sure there'll be a way to remove them. They're not too bad, I mean. I'll just do this very quickly for a bit. Okay, it wasn't really that difficult to clear out that entire area. So you can see if I do that for about 5 minutes, that should clear up everything, including, this area back here, if I wanted to do so. Also, I've noticed that putting the trees here has made this area really nice and green. Quite like it. Anyway, so what's been going on? Why do I have all of this? And I have a bunch of roads everywhere. You can see that. We've got some fancy junctions on some of these roads. We've got country roads all over the place. Oops. Going out all the way out here. And many of them actually going right to the edge of the map. Even if we go all the way across here, you'll see that instead of having these roads, we now have proper British motorways going in and out, complete with a bridge over here and a country road happily running below the bridge. That is one very high bridge, isn't it? That's a very high bridge, but we've got country roads in and around all over the place, winding their way around. Some of them not absolutely perfect. For example, you can see here this one's quite difficult to get the road winding. But I tried. I did try as best as I could. It was sort of difficult. I'm kind of half tempted to replace this country road with another road that goes like that instead of following it down, but you get the idea. So, the way I did this is I spent about 2.5 hours manually laying in roads, following the contours of terrain, trying to figure out where things are going to go, start placing villages in like this, start manually working out the trees, looking at loads and loads of aerial photography of the United Kingdom and figuring out exactly what I'm going to do. Because as the city expands, these villages that are going to be wherever, I think there's another village somewhere in here that we're going to have to build. There's going to be a little village here and so on and so forth. Those villages are going to become very important parts of the city's growth. Now, if you want to see how I did it, and how long it took, I have an entire time-lapse video on my Patreon. So all you need to do is sign up for, I think it's tier 2 of the Patreon, and you get access to that time-lapse video if you just look in the posts. I think I put that video out a couple of days ago. I put that video out a couple of days ago, and that's what I'm going to be doing from here on in. So if there's lots of tiny little things that I'm changing or doing lots of work that's going to take forever, for example placing all these farms in, things like that, I might do one or two on camera for an episode, for a normal episode, but there will be a 0.5 episode that will be on Patreon, where everything will be sort of, you'll see all the detailing and all the testing, so on and so forth. So if you're interested in that, do go check that out. Anyway, that's enough of all of that. What I'm going to do is we're going to start building our new area. You can also see I've got infinite money now, because placing all these roads in caused me to start losing a whole bunch of money. It wasn't the housing, it was literally the amount of roads that I had to place in. Also, it's quite interesting, I didn't intentionally do this, but you can see ring roads forming everywhere. You can actually see a bunch of potential ring roads, which is really cool. That was not intentional at all, but that's how development goes. Let's get on with it. Right, we're going to be here today. This is where we are. This entire area is sort of okay. It's not perfect, certainly not perfect, but it will do. What we're going to do today, though, is get this area built up. Now, I've got an idea, similar to how we have estates on, or some sort of estates in the United Kingdom. Got an idea with this, and what we're going to do is we're going to do sort of a U shape, and maybe a line across, and also what we're going to do is we're going to lower the entire estate so that it's lower than this main road, and then we might put some trees along this road just there, blocking off the road noise from the estate. So that's the plan. Now let's get on with it. So the way I need to do this, first of all, is find a level at which I wish to keep this. Now I don't want it to be completely flat, so let's say I'll pick that level there. So that's the level I'm going to pick. And all the city growth, by the way, is going to be on camera, aside from slight moving of things and whatnot. But general city growth like this will be all on camera. Right, we're going to go for level terrain. Where is that? Not ditch. Smooth, is that level? Slope. Create a slope in the terrain from the current height to the desired height. No. Level, that's the one. So what we do is we right click to select the terrain height. So I'm going to go for that particular terrain height. And I'm going to increase the size of the brush. And we're going to see exactly how this leveling will work. So all of this is going to be leveled down to that height. There you go, and you can see exactly what's happening here. So I'm just going to level this entire area. That will do. And I want to level it up to. Now this is also very realistic. This happens. This does happen. We have areas where the road is elevated and the housing goes down into a ditch of some sorts. There we go, and just smoothly do that. And that looks fairly reasonable. So this is where we can build whatever housing we want. And we can leave the back of that exactly as it is. That's fine. We could push this back further if we really wanted to. I've got a feeling I need to bring this entire thing down, and this whole area I think might have to come down, because that hill is pretty problematic. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to look at these roads and figure out where we can build some roads that connect to these roads. Right. Let's have a look. I think a rounded... So if I move up here, maybe following that there, or, I mean, we could follow that one there, or we could do... There's all sorts of shapes we could do here. Just trying to figure out where the best... Now, I think we are going to do a rounded one just like that. Or could we go rounded this way? That's another possibility. What if we went rounded this way and rounded that way? What would happen? I don't know. Alright, let's try that. Let's pick some pretty small roads. We're going to go for one-way roads, actually. 2-lane, one-way road with parking spaces. Can we get a one-lane, one-way road with parking spaces? One lane with parking on both sides. That's the one we want. Okay. Should we take it out from here? Or should we take it out from here? I think let's take it out from here. Let's do 10 like that, and we'll do 10 like that, and then we will do the like so, and like so. Okay, that's pretty good. Why is it not zoning anything though? Because I'm stupid. I was supposed to put that on. Oh look, we got... Is that a no entry sign? Good. That's a no entry sign. Cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. Does that mean it shows a... Yep, it shows a one-way road sign. Alright, that's awesome. Let's go ahead and fix this now. I want it to be that way. That's how we're going to fit. You can see it's lost some of the zoning here, which is annoying, but it will be fine. It will be absolutely fine. Let's go ahead and try something here. Let's go ahead and see what would happen if we... No. No, I want a straight road across here. That's where I want a straight road. Yep, that's pretty good. I like the look of that. And then it's just this area that I've got to look at. Could I do that? Would that be reasonable for this? I don't think so. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if I did that, we've got a total of 6 houses before a road, which, I mean, that's British. Sometimes you only have 6 houses before a road. And I think that might be the most reasonable course of action. I think that might be the best thing to do. To do something like that. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. That's not bad. Let's have a look from ground level what that's going to look like. So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty wide road. I have to say that this is a wide... I mean, you can see the way the cars are parked. This is incredibly wide. I might look for a narrower road than this. But it does... I mean, it comes straight into a residential area, but... yeah, it's going to have to do... I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm supposed to press tab, not escape. Right. Let's see. Is there anything else? What does this one look like? If I was to upgrade that. Narrower road, wider pavement. No parking though. Okay. What else do we have? That's pretty alright. Suburbs, no road markings. That's pretty alright. In fact, I think I might look at changing a bunch of things to that, but that's alright there. Unfortunately, there's no... There's a no entry... Oh, there's a no entry sign there. Why is there no entry sign? Ah, there's a no right... Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Yep, I'll stick with that. That's going to work for me. do I want anything else? No parking, no. No, and no. That's it. That's the one we want. Okay. So now we've got this area sort of built up. This doesn't look perfectly balanced, to be honest. Is it just me, or is that just not perfectly aligned? I'll try this again. So I am being very particular here, I know. But I have my reasons for being particular on these. It's coming out the same. I don't know what it is then that makes that look wrong. Do I want that? You have to go all the way around to do... No, that's silly. That's going to be better. The rest is going to cause havoc. Okay. So now we have vehicles that can... or housing that can be built here. Let's do it. What am I going to do? Should I replace these houses with corner houses like this? And then from those corner houses we can go out to normal. I think I probably should. So we're going to press move it. Press the clone button and clone you. There we go. And we will rotate you around to there. You can live there. We'll rotate you around there and you can live there. Okay. Let's get this moved perhaps into a slightly better location. Like so. And you'll find there, I mean, I might move all of these along and try and stick another house in there. In fact, I'm going to try and do that right now. If I move all of these houses along. I don't know how this is going to... This might play absolute havoc with everything else, but I'm just interested to see what happens. I'm not going to do the same with that. But I am going to do that. Why is there a tree in front of the house like that? Is it supposed to have a massive tree? Some of them have really big trees. That's horrible. Why do you want a really big tree in front of your house? That's really, really bad. Right. Now that that's done, we should probably start popping up new housing. So I'm going to use the Find It tool for this, and I'm going to go UK housing and or house. Let's find what we have. We have those. No, I don't want those. We have village housing. I don't want those. We have a 1970s house. I most certainly do not want those. So what am I after? Thatched house? No. Oh, these thatched houses need to go in villages. And perhaps one or two here and... No, they're right. They need to go in villages. I didn't even know about these. Oh, these nice. These are really nice classic Victorian semi-detached housing. I don't want those though. Okay, well I suppose that's not going to help us. I suppose it's going to be terraced housing. So we're going to look for terrace. Post-war UK. They look nice. Post-war housing. Sounds about reasonable. That's Victorian. Let's go for post-war. Let's say this estate was built post-war. We're going to obviously have to start figuring things out. But this estate was all built post-war. What's this? A Rico one with parking. Oh, Georgian They even fit there. That's the best part. They actually fit there really nicely. Now I'm kind of tempted to actually stick these in. Just in this area and this area. But no. No, no. Grey Terrace. No, that's boring. A Georgian Terrace. No, that doesn't look great. And that's Victorian, right? That looks rather Victorian to me. Small Victorian housing. No, we're going for the post-war ones, I think. Yeah, let's go for post-war. Again, Georgian. Victorian there. Very small houses back then. Now, these ones are a lot bigger. That's awesome. That's genuinely awesome. I do want to have ones like this sitting around, but perhaps not here. I used to live in a house that looked like this a long time ago. Or very similar to this. I think those might be the ones we need to put in. They're definitely Victorian. Yeah, this one I used to live in London. No, we're going to have an area for a Victorian one. I know I'm sort of taking my time here, but this is important. This is really important to get right. UK terrace with fence with... Oh, these are what's V5? V5? Yeah, okay, that's fine. We've got V5. LB... Don't have any particular issue with... Oh! Hello. What is this? I'm kind of tempted to use that then. Look, we use that there, use that there. You've got yourself an entire terraced estate. Very tempted. That's an old one. I am very tempted, but there's so many to pick from now. So many to choose from in this area. I'm going post-war. Nope, that's it. I've decided I'm going post-war. Right, let's see what the difference between these three are. Let's pop them in an area where we're not going to really do much yet. So here in the middle. Stick one there, stick one there, and stick one there. And we're just going to play this. Get them built up. Come on. And I just want to see what these three actually look like. Let's have a look. Come on, quickly before something happens. Look at the amount of traffic in and out. We need to adjust traffic as well. Okay, so this one has a water feature. A bird bath, essentially. These two look identical. That one also has a satellite dish. Ah, the back of these are different. Okay. That's fine. There's no fencing right at the back. Why is there no fencing right at the back? And this one has a bin. Okay. That's not too bad, but why is there no fencing at the back? That's my only concern. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I guess we're going... No, what on earth is that? I guess we're going to have to put some fencing in ourselves. Alright, well that will do. So let's start figuring this one out. Who and what are you? I do not think so. Let's look at this. I want you to be... Yeah, we'll stick this. We'll stick those like that. And over here we're going to... Again, same thing. Right, on this one, do we want it that way or this way? Nah, well, it doesn't let me do it that way anyway. Okay, so let's just fill this area in. And And we'll just do that, 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 and that. Okay, let's get this built up nice and quickly. There we go. I like it when these things build up really, really quickly. Here we go. Come on. Now this might require some moving, because if you look at how the housing is, look at where those paths are. We might have to move these houses forward everywhere. That's fine. We can do that. And obviously add in the fence. I don't know where the fences have gone. Okay, we'll pause that. Obviously people are going to complain about water, but that's absolutely fine. No problems with the water there. We'll move it. There we go. And move them all to connect up with the path. Same thing with these. Let's move them all forward to nicely connect with the path. And these ones here. And we'll run the water feed down this main road. There we go. That looks pretty good. And like I said, we'll run the water feed literally down this road, straight up to there. That covers that entire area. And what we're also going to do is run a water feed. Right, how am I going to do this water feed? I'll tell you how I'm going to do this water feed. I'm going to switch all of this off. That's how I'm going to do this water feed. Because those snap tools really, really can be annoying. There we go. That should have that entire area nicely watered up, and then we can work on anything else. Great. Nobody's going to complain about water now. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I mean, it's alright. It's nothing, to be honest, you come down this road and it's nothing really that special. Some of the housing may need to be adjusted, moved up and down a bit. But it's nothing too special down this road. It is literally just a road where everyone has the same housing. So that's that. Let's go ahead and do the rest of this. That's not what I meant to do, but okay. Well, nope. Okay, no. Is that how I want the housing? Let's think. Yeah, let's do the housing like that. Oh, we can't then have a single house there. That's the only issue. Then we can't actually put a single house. And that's annoying. Okay, then in that case we will do... No. That's what we're going to do. There we go. Nope. Oh no, wait. That's going to happen here as well, isn't it? Okay, that should be the lot. No, there's one house missing right there. Okay, let's see if that grows. There we go. No water issues anymore. You can see I'm losing over 9,000. And all of those are going to have to be moved forward as well, as you can see. I wonder if I can move them forward whilst they're building. I can. That's awesome. There we go. Perfect. I think I should move this slightly along as well. There. Right, nobody should be complaining here. All these, actually, they've started upgrading. Now, by upgrading, they should keep their form. That's the theory, anyway. I suppose people are really happy to live here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That's starting to look boring. It's starting to look very boring, but it's realistic, I guess. Obviously, we need to work on the fencing. I'm just going to put trees back here, I think. We'll put trees, and look, there's a little... Actually, if I was to move this right up to there, would there be enough to have a path going right around the back? That's a potential question. Let's try that. I've just realised that I'm also at the end of this episode. I suppose just taken a lot of time thinking about this, and started to get it done. Let's move that there. That might just be enough for a pathway. Now, where do I find paths? Parks, isn't it? Where's the park stuff? Okay, never mind that. Let's just go to the Find It tool. I know what this is. We look for terrace and we find it. No, not park. Path. There it is. Oh, that's going to be annoying. It just doesn't fit. Oh, it just doesn't fit. It's perfect there. Look at that. It's perfect there, but unfortunately it doesn't fit anywhere else. Well, I am going to end this episode here. So we'll take a screenshot right there. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, thank you very much for watching. Well, thank you very much for watching, whether you enjoyed it or not. But if you have, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more episodes of City Skylines and the city of Afonford. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. There is lots to come for this series. You guys are really going to enjoy it, and lots of stuff on Patreon arriving as well soon. You can also find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. In the next episode, we're going to finish the Crescent, and then we're going to see just how neat it looks and sort of polish up the area a bit with some trees, some decorations, maybe some of those fences. So I'll see you guys then.